The stars were quiet that night, the kind of quiet that made the officers on the Empire's flagship uneasy. Space had always been full of mysteries, but nothing in the Empire's records suggested what was about to appear. At the main observation deck, Commander Rylan leaned over the holographic display, eyes wide. "Sir, you need to see this," he said. His voice was tense. Admiral Varys moved quickly to the console. The sensors were blipping erratically. A small, fast-moving object had appeared on the edge of the Empire's monitored sector. But this was no ordinary vessel. Its speed was far beyond anything the Empire had ever recorded. "Impossible," murmured one of the young officers. "It's moving faster than our fastest interceptors. It can't be real." Varys did not speak immediately. He studied the readings. No signature of engines, no shield pattern, no communication signals. Nothing. The object was a ghost in space, completely unidentifiable. "Origin?" Varys asked, his voice calm but edged with tension. "None, sir," Rylan replied. "We have no data. No entry in any records, not even a speculation. It's unknown." The words hung in the air. Unknown. That single word carried weight. The Empire had faced threats before, but a vessel with no origin, no signature, and impossible speed was something entirely new. Alarms sounded across the flagship. Sensors strained to track the object, but every calculation failed. It moved unpredictably, shifting directions faster than the Empire's fastest response systems could predict. "Sir, it's heading toward the inner systems," a junior officer reported, pointing to the holographic map. "At this speed it could reach the core worlds in hours." Varys clenched his fists. The Empire's core worlds were heavily defended, but nothing was prepared for an enemy this fast and untraceable. Panic began to ripple through the officers, but Varys maintained his calm. His voice cut through the rising tension. "Alert all fleets. Prepare for immediate reconnaissance. And start emergency communications with every colony in its projected path," he ordered. The officers moved quickly, but the unknown vessel remained elusive. Every attempt to scan it, to identify its composition or origin, failed. The sensors returned only empty data, as if the ship existed in a layer of space that the Empire could not touch. "Sir, it's accelerating," shouted one officer. "It's moving even faster." Varys's eyes narrowed. "Faster than anything we have ever seen, or imagined." He paused. "It's intelligent. This is not random movement. It's deliberate. And we are being observed." The observation deck went silent. The possibility sank in. This was not just a vessel. It was something far smarter than anything the Empire had encountered. And it was coming closer, too fast to stop with conventional defenses. On the communication console, messages from outer colonies began to flood in. Pilots reported strange sensor readings, flickers of energy, and glimpses of a shape moving faster than thought possible. Some described it as a shadow gliding through space. Others said it vanished and reappeared unpredictably. Fear was spreading faster than the unknown vessel itself. "Sir," Rylan said, turning to Varys, "we need a strategy. Conventional weapons won't even reach it. It's untouchable." Varys exhaled slowly, feeling the weight of responsibility. The Empire had faced many threats, rebellions, pirates, even hostile alien races, but nothing like this. Nothing that moved with such speed, precision, and mystery. "Prepare every available interceptor," Varys said. "Send probes, activate stealth monitoring. And alert the Emperor. This is not a simple intruder. This is something the Empire has never faced before." The unknown vessel continued to accelerate, moving with terrifying precision toward the Empire's inner sectors. Its path was clear, deliberate, and impossible to predict. The Empire was on edge. Every officer, every fleet, every sensor was focused on one goal: understand this ghostly intruder before it struck. Yet even as they prepared, the vessel remained a mystery. No signals, no data, no origin. Only speed. Only intelligence. Only the silent, cold presence of something that might be unstoppable. Varys looked at the holographic display again. "If it reaches the core systems, we may not be ready. This is no ordinary threat. This is something else." The stars outside remained calm, silent witnesses to the arrival of a force the Empire could not yet comprehend. The first encounter was only beginning, and the galaxy had no idea how fast this unknown vessel truly was, or what it was planning. The Empire had been warned. But could it respond in time? The Empire was on edge. Word of the unknown vessel spread quickly across the command centers, fleets, and colonies. The Emperor demanded immediate reports. Every fleet was mobilized, every ship on high alert, yet none could predict the vessel's next move. On the flagship, Admiral Varys paced the bridge. Holographic displays flickered with data from deep space sensors. Each blip of the unknown vessel seemed faster than the last. It was unlike anything the Empire had faced. "Sir," Commander Ryland said, pointing at the display, "our scouts cannot keep up. Its speed exceeds our fastest interceptors by miles. If it reaches the core worlds—" His voice trailed off, the fear unspoken. Varys did not interrupt. "We prepare for every possibility. Every fleet is in position. Every system is on alert. No one panics. The Empire survives by strategy, not fear." In the colonies, civilians and soldiers alike watched the skies. Holographic alerts flashed across homes and training stations. Schools and factories paused operations as fleets transmitted urgent messages. Fear was spreading faster than the unknown vessel itself. Meanwhile, deep space probes and stealth drones were launched. Each drone moved silently, attempting to track the ghostly vessel, but it continued to evade detection with impossible agility. Sensors registered only brief glimpses, flashes that vanished before readings could confirm anything. A young officer called out, "Sir, it's approaching at an angle that could bypass our outer defenses. It's heading straight for the inner rim." The bridge went silent. The inner rim was home to the Empire's most critical systems: supply hubs, shipyards, and colonies vital to survival. Any attack there could cripple the Empire before it could respond. Varys turned to the officers. "Activate all defense grids. Intercept if possible. But do not engage blindly. We do not know its capabilities. Every fleet must remain coordinated, every command precise." As fleets scrambled, a communication alert came from the outer sectors. "Sir," said an officer, "the vessel emits no energy signature. No engines, no weapons, nothing. It's undetectable except for its position and speed." Varys frowned. "Then it is a ghost. A weapon of unknown origin. We will not underestimate it." The Emperor's voice echoed through secure channels. "Prepare every defensive fleet. Alert all sectors. I want options, contingencies, and analysis, immediately. This vessel is unprecedented. The Empire will not fall to an unknown force." Meanwhile, scientists and analysts worked frantically. Every simulation, every calculation, every strategy was run and rerun. Yet the unknown vessel defied logic. Its acceleration, evasive maneuvers, and unpredictable path left even the most advanced programs baffled. "Sir, they're observing us," Ryland said quietly. "Every time we plan, it adapts. It's not just fast, it's intelligent." Varys nodded. "Then we must be smarter. Prepare electronic decoys, long-range interceptors, and hidden energy fields. We will force it to reveal itself on our terms, not its own." As the fleets moved into formation, the unknown vessel's movements became more deliberate. It seemed to test the Empire's response, probing defenses, accelerating and disappearing in moments. Fear among officers grew, but so did determination. The Empire had survived threats before, but nothing like this. In one of the colonies, cadets watched the fleet alerts with wide eyes. "Do you think it's hostile?" one whispered. Another replied, "It doesn't matter. The Empire is ready. We just have to survive until we understand it." The unknown vessel suddenly accelerated toward the Empire's core world sector. Every fleet scrambled. Missiles and interceptors were launched, but the vessel vanished from their sensors before any engagement could occur. Panic briefly threatened to take hold, but Varys's calm voice reminded everyone, "Fear is dangerous. Strategy is survival." The unknown vessel had made its first move, and the Empire had responded with every resource available. But the mystery remained. Its origin, its purpose, and its capabilities were unknown. The Empire's defenses were ready, but would they be enough? As the stars shimmered above, the fleet waited. The unknown vessel approached silently, too fast, too precise, and far beyond anything the Empire had faced. The first true encounter was coming, and no one knew what would happen next. The Empire was on high alert. The galaxy held its breath. The fleets of the Empire surged through space, following the last detected position of the unknown vessel. Every ship's engines burned at full capacity, every officer tense. The unknown vessel had defied all predictions so far, and the Empire knew this would be the true test of their strength. "Sir, it's ahead," shouted a young officer, pointing to the holographic display. The vessel had appeared suddenly, like a ghost, in the middle of the formation. It was sleek, unlike any ship the Empire had catalogued, and it moved with impossible speed. Admiral Varys leaned forward, studying the readings. Weapons ready. Engage cautiously. Do not underestimate it, he ordered. Interceptors launched, streaking through space toward the vessel. But before they could reach it, it vanished. Sensors lost contact completely, as if the ship had moved through a shadow in space. Impossible, one officer yelled. It's gone again. Varys's calm voice cut through the panic. It's intelligent. It's testing us. We must remain patient. Aggression will not help. The unknown vessel reappeared suddenly, now accelerating toward a distant colony. Missiles and beams were fired from Empire ships, but each shot passed harmlessly through empty space. The vessel moved faster than any sensor could track, twisting and shifting with a precision that suggested planning and calculation. "They're anticipating our moves," muttered Commander Rylan. "It's like it knows what we will do before we even act." Varys nodded. "Then we must change our tactics. Stop predicting. Adapt. Think differently." The vessel's appearance caused a ripple of fear across the Empire's fleet. Pilots whispered about the impossibility of what they saw. Some claimed it blinked in and out of existence. Others said its speed created distortions in nearby sensors. Every theory failed to explain its sudden movements. As the vessel neared a critical supply station, Admiral Varys gave a calculated command. "Prepare stealth drones and energy nets. If it passes the colony, we trap it. But it must come within range. Patience is key." The fleets held position, waiting for the vessel to make a move. Hours passed in tense silence, the unknown ship hovering just out of reach as if taunting them. Every maneuver it made was precise, deliberate, and unsettling. Finally, it darted forward, approaching the colony. Sensors immediately locked in, energy nets activated, and drones launched to intercept. The vessel dodged them effortlessly, moving through the defense grid like water flowing around obstacles. "It's incredible," whispered one officer. "No ship should move like this. No ship should evade everything we have." Varys's eyes narrowed. "It's not just technology. It's intelligence. It's studying us, learning us, understanding how we respond. We cannot fight it like any other enemy." The vessel then executed a sudden, sharp turn, accelerating away from the colony and toward the edge of the Empire's sector. Interceptors tried to follow, but the unknown ship vanished again, leaving only an eerie calm behind. The fleet remained in formation, tense and uncertain. The unknown vessel had made its presence known and reminded the Empire of its limits. Commander Rylan turned to Varys. "Sir, what is it? Why hasn't it attacked us directly?" Varys studied the fading readings. "We do not know its intent. Perhaps it's a scout. Perhaps it's a warning. But one thing is clear, it is far beyond anything we have faced. And we must be ready for whatever comes next." Across the colonies, civilians watched the distant flashes of energy and the scrambled communications. Fear mixed with awe. The unknown vessel had appeared, vanished, and returned, leaving the galaxy with a new, unsettling truth. Something existed beyond their understanding, faster and smarter than any known force. Varys addressed his officers calmly. "This is only the first encounter. It has tested us, observed us, and disappeared. But it has left a message. The Empire cannot fight blindly. We must adapt or we risk total defeat." As the stars shimmered quietly, the unknown vessel moved on, leaving behind uncertainty, fear, and the chilling knowledge that the Empire had encountered something it could not yet comprehend. The first encounter was over, but the real challenge was just beginning. The Empire would need to understand, anticipate, and prepare, because the unknown vessel was coming back. The unknown vessel had vanished into the darkness of deep space, leaving the Empire fleet tense and uneasy. Every commander knew it was not gone forever. It was intelligent, fast, and deliberate. Varys watched the displays, his mind racing with possibilities. "Sir, the vessel is moving toward the outer rim systems," reported Commander Rylan. "If it reaches them, it could bypass our defenses entirely." Varys nodded. "Then we pursue. But carefully. We cannot predict its moves, so we must anticipate its strategy. Divide the fleet into 3 wings and spread sensors across all angles. Leave no path unchecked." The fleet moved in unison, engines burning at maximum, probes and stealth drones scanning the area. Yet the unknown vessel remained elusive. Every time the Empire closed in, it shifted trajectory with impossible speed, appearing in one sector and vanishing in the next. "They're too fast for our calculations," muttered one young officer. "It's like it knows our plans before we even make them." "That's because it does," Varys said calmly. "It's intelligent. Observing. Learning. Every move we make teaches it about us. We cannot fight like we always have." As the pursuit continued, the vessel made sudden, unexpected turns, darting between asteroid fields and energy clouds. The Empire's fleet adjusted constantly, but each maneuver tested their coordination and precision. "Sir, if it enters the nebula cluster we could lose it completely," warned Rylan. "Visibility and sensors will be useless there." Varys considered this. "Then we set traps. Energy nets, decoy signals, and automated interceptors. If it enters it will have to pass through our defenses. We force it to reveal itself." The unknown vessel seemed to anticipate every trap. It moved like a shadow, weaving between the grids, disappearing and reappearing with terrifying precision. The fleet felt frustration mounting. Missiles passed harmlessly by, scanners lost track repeatedly, and communication signals were scrambled as the vessel passed. "This is no ordinary ship," one officer whispered. "It's not just fast. It's learning, adapting, outsmarting us." Varys did not flinch. "Good. Then we must think like it. Change tactics constantly. Keep it guessing. The Empire survives through strategy, not brute force." Suddenly, the vessel accelerated toward a remote mining colony in the outer rim. The fleet moved quickly to intercept, but even as they deployed their fastest ships, it vanished again, reappearing behind them in seconds. Sensors recorded only faint energy blips before it disappeared once more. Rylan clenched his fists. "It's playing with us. Or teaching us a lesson," Varys replied quietly. "Never underestimate an unknown force. Patience, precision, and observation, these are our weapons now." The fleet adjusted, setting up overlapping patrols and staggered formations. Automated drones were sent ahead to scan the vessel's path, while interceptor wings tried to anticipate its trajectory. Every move was calculated, every risk measured. Yet the unknown vessel remained one step ahead. Hours passed. The pursuit stretched across light years of space. The vessel's presence was felt everywhere, a ghostly shadow that no weapon could touch. Civilians in colonies along the way watched the distant flashes on their sensors, uneasy but fascinated. Varys turned to his officers. "We may not catch it today. But every moment we track it, every movement it makes, gives us knowledge. That knowledge is power. Patience is our advantage." The unknown vessel made another sudden shift, heading back toward the Empire's central systems, moving faster than ever before. Interceptors launched in a desperate attempt to follow, but it vanished again, leaving only a ripple of unease and tension in its wake. "Sir," Rylan said quietly, "it's returning to test us, or warn us. I'm not sure which." Varys's eyes narrowed. "Either way we must be ready. The next encounter will reveal its purpose. And when it does, the Empire must strike with intelligence, strategy, and courage." The fleet held position, tracking the faint signals of the ghostly vessel. The stars seemed calm above them, but tension hung in the air. The unknown ship had shown its speed, intelligence, and unpredictability. The Empire had pursued it, adapted, and learned, but the true test was still to come. The unknown vessel was out there, fast, intelligent, and unseen. And the Empire was determined to be ready when it struck again. The unknown vessel had returned, and its presence sent ripples of fear across the Empire. Colonies on the edge of the sector reported strange sensor readings, communication disruptions, and brief energy flashes that no one could explain. Panic spread as quickly as the vessel's path through space. On the flagship, Admiral Varys studied the latest reports. "They are reacting to our movements," he said quietly. "Every time we prepare they seem to anticipate it. This is not just speed, it's intelligence." Commander Rylan looked over the holographic displays, showing disrupted signals and fluctuating energy readings. "Sir, sensors on multiple colonies are showing distortions. Communications are failing. Some are even reporting brief power surges. We don't know what this vessel is capable of." Varys's jaw tightened. "Then we treat it as the most dangerous force we have ever faced. Prepare defensive grids and emergency protocols across all colonies. Every system must be ready." In the outer rim, colony leaders and fleet officers scrambled. Panic spread among civilians who had never seen anything like this. Holographic alerts flashed in homes, workstations, and military centers. Families hurried to shelters, while fleet cadets ran drills they had never imagined facing in real life. Meanwhile, the unknown vessel continued its pattern of rapid, unpredictable movement. It darted through asteroid belts, disappeared behind gas clouds, and appeared suddenly near colony sensor stations. Each appearance caused minor disruptions, enough to unsettle officers and technicians, but not enough to engage it directly. One young officer whispered to his colleague, "It's like it's warning us, or testing us? Or both, the other replied, eyes wide. We don't even know if it's hostile yet. The Empire's scientists and strategists worked tirelessly, analyzing every blip, every anomaly. Simulations ran continuously, trying to predict the vessel's next move. Yet every theory failed. Its speed and precision were beyond comprehension. Sir, said a junior officer, it's approaching one of our key mining colonies. If it passes through, it could damage vital resources. Varys nodded. Then we must act, but carefully. Launch interceptors and protective shields, but maintain stealth drones. We cannot provoke it blindly. The fleets moved quickly, setting up defensive perimeters. Energy nets were deployed around the colony, and early warning sensors scanned constantly. Civilians evacuated to bunkers as the vessel drew closer, its speed and unpredictability creating tension and fear across the entire system. Suddenly, the vessel appeared in the outer rim skies, just outside sensor range, its position flickering rapidly. Interceptors launched immediately, but every attempt to engage it failed. It moved like a phantom, dodging energy nets, weaving through beams and disappearing before contact. The speed, it's unreal, muttered Rylan. It's too fast for our weapons, too fast for our sensors. It's untouchable. Varys remained calm, though tension gripped the room. Then we adapt. Observation, patience, and calculation are our only weapons. Every appearance it makes gives us data. Every movement is a lesson. Learn it. Prepare for the moment it truly challenges us. The colonies reported strange effects continuing in real time. Sudden power fluctuations, sensor anomalies, and even minor gravitational distortions. Civilians whispered of ghost ships and shadows in space. Fear grew not just of the vessel but of what it represented. An unknown force beyond comprehension, a threat the Empire could barely understand. This is only the beginning, Varys said, turning to his officers. We cannot defeat it through strength alone. Intelligence, coordination, and preparation will be our weapons. We must anticipate it before it can strike. One misstep and the consequences could be catastrophic. The unknown vessel moved on, leaving colonies shaken, fleets alert, and the Empire uneasy. Its presence was a warning, its movements deliberate, and its purpose still unknown. As the stars stretched silently above, one truth became clear. The Empire was facing an opponent unlike any before. It was faster, smarter, and far more unpredictable than anything the galaxy had seen. Fear was spreading, but so was determination. The unknown vessel had sent its message. The Empire had felt the warning. And soon, the first true confrontation would decide whether the Empire could survive, or whether it had already underestimated a force beyond imagining. The unknown vessel moved silently, but its presence was felt across the Empire. Sensors picked up fleeting energy pulses. Communications were scrambled. Entire fleets reported unexplained system failures. The Empire now realized this was no ordinary ship. It was something far more advanced and intelligent than anyone had imagined. On the flagship, Admiral Varys studied the displays intently. It's testing every defense, every fleet, every system we have, he said. And it's learning. Commander Ryland frowned. Sir, our interceptors are useless. Every attack is dodged before it even reaches it. Missiles, beams, drones, nothing works. It's too fast, too precise. Varys's eyes narrowed. Then we fight differently. Intelligence, patience, and strategy will be our weapons. Brute force will fail. The unknown vessel suddenly appeared near a critical supply hub. Fleets scrambled to intercept, but the vessel moved with blinding speed, passing between ships and obstacles effortlessly. It didn't fire weapons, yet systems began failing. Shields flickered, engines faltered, communications dropped. Sir, it's not attacking, but it's disabling everything. Rylan exclaimed. It's controlling the battlefield without firing a shot. Varys nodded. It's showing its power. Observe, learn, and adapt. This is the kind of intelligence we face. The vessel accelerated suddenly, weaving through the fleet in a display of speed and precision that left crews in awe. Missiles fired from multiple ships detonated harmlessly in empty space. Energy grids failed to lock on. Even the most advanced interceptors could not approach it. It's untouchable, whispered a cadet watching the holographic display. It's teaching us how weak we are. Varys spoke calmly, though his mind raced. It's not about weakness. It's about preparation. This is the test. The moment it strikes for real, we must be ready. Every lesson it shows us now is knowledge we must use later. The unknown vessel paused near the fleet, almost as if observing. Energy readings pulsed across sensors, and ships reported sudden power fluctuations. It seemed aware of every move, every calculation, every attempt to trap it. The fleets could not approach without being detected, and every defensive maneuver was anticipated and avoided. "Sir, it's intelligent. It's thinking faster than we can," Ryland said, disbelief in his voice. "Yes," Varys replied. "And that is why we must remain calm. Patience, observation, and strategy. Brute force will get us nowhere. But knowledge is power." The vessel then vanished in a flash, leaving behind only faint traces of energy. For a few tense moments the fleet could see nothing but empty space. Then, slowly, the vessel reappeared at the far edge of the sector, demonstrating again that it could move faster than any detection system, faster than any fleet could follow. The colonies watched in fear. Holographic alerts spread warnings across every system. Civilians whispered of ghost ships and shadows moving faster than light. Fleet commanders struggled to maintain calm while witnessing a force beyond their understanding. Varys addressed his officers, voice steady. "We have seen its power. We have felt its speed. And we have observed its intelligence. It is beyond anything we have faced. But we have learned. And learning is how the Empire survives. We prepare, we adapt, and when the time comes, we will face it with strategy, not panic." The unknown vessel moved again, disappearing into the depths of space. Its display of true power was complete. No ships destroyed, no weapons fired, but the Empire had felt its presence, its speed, and its capability to control the battlefield. Fear and awe mingled across fleets, but knowledge had been gained. The Emperor's message came through the secure channel. "This vessel is a warning and a challenge. Study it, track it, learn from it. The Empire will not fall, but we must understand what we face before the next encounter." Varys nodded to his officers. "It will return. When it does, we will be ready. Today we saw its power. Tomorrow we will use our knowledge to meet it." The Empire survives through patience, intelligence, and strength of mind, not just the strength of ships. As the stars shimmered silently above, the unknown vessel drifted farther into space, leaving the Empire shaken but determined. Its first true test had been revealed, and the Empire now knew the challenge that lay ahead. A force faster, smarter, and more unpredictable than anything they had ever faced. The unknown vessel had vanished. For now, space was calm again, but the Empire knew this peace was temporary. No one could predict when or where it would return, or what it would do next. The first encounter had ended, but the challenge had only just begun. On the flagship, Admiral Varys stood quietly on the observation deck, staring into the vastness of space. His officers and cadets gathered behind him, exhausted yet alert. Every sensor and fleet report had shown the same truth. This vessel was unlike anything the Empire had faced before. "Sir," Commander Ryland said, "it didn't attack directly, but the colonies are shaken. Everyone is afraid. Even our fleets feel powerless against it." Varys nodded. "Fear is natural, but it cannot guide our actions. We have learned from it, its speed, its intelligence, its strategy. Knowledge is our advantage. The next time it appears, we must be ready." Across the Empire, colonies tried to return to normal. Civilians repaired damaged systems, fleets conducted drills, and scientists pored over every sensor reading. Every observation of the vessel became data, every fleeting glimpse a lesson. In the Fleet Command Center, officers debated endlessly. Could it be a scout? A messenger? Or an alien weapon designed to test the Empire? No answer seemed certain. Its disappearance left as many questions as its appearances had raised. Varys addressed his officers firmly. "The vessel's intent is unknown. Its capabilities are unmatched. But we have seen its patterns. We have studied its moves. Preparation, patience, and strategy are now our greatest weapons. The next encounter will come, and we will not be caught unready." The young cadets watched in awe. Some whispered to each other about the speed of the ship, the mysterious energy readings, and the intelligence it had displayed. "Do you think we can fight it if it comes back?" one asked. Varys overheard them. He smiled faintly. "We do not fight recklessly. We adapt, we learn, and we strike with precision. Humanity survives because we think, we prepare, and we do not panic." The unknown vessel had left no trace of its origin. No markings, no communication, no signs of crew. It was a ghost, a shadow moving faster than any interceptor, smarter than any algorithm. Yet its actions had taught the Empire a vital lesson. Speed and intelligence could outmatch brute force. Even as calm returned, a sense of vigilance remained. Every fleet was on patrol, every sensor array active, and every colony alert. The Empire had survived the first test, but the galaxy held countless unknown threats, and the vessel's return was inevitable. In the Emperor's chambers, a message was sent across the fleet. This is a warning and a challenge. Record everything. Learn everything. The Empire grows stronger through understanding, and this vessel has shown us the path we must follow. The stars above shimmered silently, as if watching the events unfold. The unknown vessel had made its presence known, tested the Empire, and disappeared without a trace. Its power had been revealed, its intelligence respected, and its mystery preserved. Varys looked once more at the display of stars. It will return. And when it does, we will meet it, not with fear, not with panic, but with strategy, preparation, and knowledge. That is how the Empire survives. That is how we will endure. The fleets held their positions, ready for the next encounter. Across the colonies, people continued their work, vigilant but undeterred. The unknown vessel had come, it had tested them, and it had gone. But it had also shown them something invaluable. The Empire's strength lay not only in ships or weapons, but in the minds of those who commanded them. And as the stars stretched across the galaxy, one fact was certain. The unknown vessel was out there, moving silently, observing, and waiting. Its next appearance would not only test the Empire's defenses, but also its intelligence, strategy, and courage. The silence in space was heavy, but it was filled with anticipation. The Empire had survived the first encounter. It would survive the next. And the galaxy would soon witness what humanity, or any empire, was truly capable of when faced with the